Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. I'm Allison Lankwitz.
And I'm Samara Martinez. And we begin with our top international stories.
Mortgage rates climb for the fourth week in a row. The 30 fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.65% this week, up from 6.5% the week before. According to data from Freddie Mac, 1 year ago, the 30 fixed rate was 3.76%. Rates were trending downward after hitting 7.08% in November, but they have been rising again, up about a half percentage point in a month. Robust economic data suggests the Federal Reserve hasn't finished its effort to cool the U.S. economy and will likely continue hiking its benchmark lending rate. Meanwhile, mortgage applications fell for the third week in a row.
The White House said Tuesday President Biden will nominate Julie Su to be the next Secretary of Labor. If confirmed by the Senate, she will be the first Asian American to serve in the secretary-level role in Biden's cabinet. Su has been the Deputy Labor Secretary since 2021. The Labor Department says in her current deputy role, Su serves as the de facto chief operating officer for the department. In a statement, President Biden called Su a, quote, tested and experienced leader. She would replace Marty Walsh. He is stepping down next month to take over as executive director for the National Hockey League Players Association.
At least 58 migrants are dead after their wooden boat broke apart after hitting rocks off the eastern coast of Italy. The body of an infant and several women and children have been pulled from the Mediterranean Sea. Around 80 people clinging to wooden shards in the water had to be rescued. The survivors are from Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. It's unclear where the ship had launched from.
Roads are getting more dangerous for pedestrians in the United States. According to Governor's Highway Safety Association, 3,400 pedestrians were killed in the first half of last year. That's an average of 19 deaths every day, 5% increase over the same period in 2021, a year that set a 40-year record for the fatalities. The association says pedestrian deaths on roads are up 60% in the last decade, even as an overall roadway deaths have declined. Research from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration shows that broader number has dipped slightly. That agency is encouraging drivers to watch out for people walking and biking on roads.
The company Heinz says after an international search, it's finally made contact with the so-called ketchup boat guy. Dominica sailor Elvis Francois survived weeks at sea with little more than ketchup to sustain him. Once Francois was back on dry land, Heinz wanted to give him a new boat, but the company struggled to find him. Heinz reached out to both the Dominica government and the Colombian Navy that rescued Francois and then turned to social media. Heinz says the search spanned 6 continents and took thousands of messages, shares, and likes, but finally ended in success. As far as we know, the company plans to buy Francois a new state-of-the-art boat.
Up next, we will have our 4th Lewis Spotlight of the semester.
Stay with us.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome everyone to our Lewis Spotlight. I'm here with Commander from the Lewis University Police Department, Margie Lill. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to be talking to you about some of the new campus safety measures that we've brought to Lewis. I know we've been really working on increasing our safety measures, and I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about them, including RAD, that we've implemented so far to prevent sexual assault, domestic, and dating violence on campus.
I'd be happy to. So RAD, which stands for Rape Aggression Defense class, is for women. It's a class that teaches prevention awareness and then some hands-on self-defense. When I say self-defense, I don't mean that you're beating up a person. It's about putting space between you and that assailant. It's about getting away and getting to somewhere safe. We have escorts, which we've always had. You know, when someone is feeling unsafe or it's just dark and they don't want to walk across campus, we will escort them to their car, to their hall where they're living or their dorm. But one great thing that the university as a whole, not just the police department, did is that we got a grant back in about 2021, and it's the OVW Campus Program Grant, which focuses on things just like that, sexual assault. So things in that grant are very specific to which we have to hit, which is like training for the police, and not just us, but Romeoville Police Department, we're gathered with them. The Will County State's Attorney, we're connected with them. We're connected with the Guardian Angel Advocate Center. And a part of the grant is also training our athletes and new students about healthy relationships, about bystander programs. So those are all things that we have to do in order to meet the requirements of the grant. So, and as a whole of a university, and the police department is just a part of that as well. So it's really cool.
That is amazing, and it's great to see that we're getting our, Lewis University students involved and make them aware of these issues and show them how to help prevent them. So that's a really great thing. And I know we've had a lot of presentations about those too, and I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about some of those presentations that you have to help community members recognize those who might be on a pathway of leading towards violence and how you can kind of deter them.
So we do some presentations within our halls. Our Res Life staff ask us to come in, and we have officers assigned to halls so they can have that connection with the students, each one of those halls. We'll do programs for anyone who asks us to come and do talks. But when you're looking at trying to help someone prevent things like dating violence and that type of things, it's really a bystander type of approach. The closest people to those people are friends or family. You know, if you see something that's odd, like a person who possibly was sexually assaulted, sometimes they might not take a shower in the next couple days, or they might start withdrawing. Those are kind of indications that maybe something happened. You know, we have the persons of concerns reports that you can put in anonymously, the silent witness, paperwork you can put in. So if you just want that person to be contacted and get help, but you don't want them to know it's you, we have all those things in place for you to be able to contact us. Always encouraging them to get help. If they won't come, we always want them to come to the police. So we know if there's a problem on campus, we can help stop the problem and get them great resources. But, always encouraging them to go like to our counseling department. Right. Talk to an RA, someone who you feel comfortable with, ministry, our in-house counseling, Guardian Angel, Groundworks. It's really important to get them help than it is, coming and reporting to the police, because then they can kind of lead them in the right paths.
Definitely, and that also leads me into my next question about how if someone comes to you as a friend about having been maybe sexually assaulted or facing violence, and they don't really want you to confide in anyone else, what advice could you give to that person to help support their friend?
That's a great question. It's a real difficult topic to talk with someone. Everybody reacts differently after being sexually assaulted, so you want to be there for support. It's the number one thing. Obviously, we always encourage them to encourage them to come to the police, to report it. If they come to the police, one myth is that we're going to run out and arrest the person. That's not how it works. Right. Coming to us is just making us aware there's a problem. If the person's on campus, getting that person removed possibly from campus, but it's also supplying them the support they need. Medical support, the state pays for any type of medical things. Is getting them the right information to make sure that they're healthy, they're safe, and they're well mentally, physically, emotionally. So being there for that person is the number one most important thing. But then again, putting those resources to them. Have you ever thought about going to counseling here on campus? It's free, it's confidential, or reach out to Guardian Angel. That's completely confidential. You can go there, talk to them. They deal with it every day. They can give you all the tips and what to learn and what to do.
Yeah, and Guardian Angels is a great organization, and we actually at Lewis have launched something called the Start by Believing campaign to help show support and advocacy for those who come forward about being survivors of sexual abuse and violence. And they kind of similar Guardian Angels in that manner that they help take care of these people and help show advocacy and support for them. So I was actually wondering if you could tell us about that campaign and what it's like here at Lewis.
This campaign is it's a national campaign that we're taking part in. And it's great. We have not just here on campus, we have, the departments on here on campus that are signing pledges, saying that it starts by believing, meaning when someone comes to you and says, I've been sexually assaulted, it starts by believing that person, validating what they're saying and being there for him, her, whoever it might be. But also Will County State's Attorney has come in and they've been a part of our pledge and they signed the pledge. We have the Romeoville Police Department. They came in and they're a part of it. So it's not just even our little community, but it's all the different departments outside of our community that we work with that would be a part of maybe an investigation of a sexual assault. They want all of our people in our community to know they believe them. So come and talk to us. We're here to support you. We believe you. So we really want to encourage people to come and tell someone, talk to someone. We believe you. We want to get you the support that you need.
Yeah. And that's really such a wonderful thing, and it's great to see other, police departments or even attorneys and whoever else getting involved here at Lewis. And I just wanted to say again, thank you so much for coming on
Thank you
today
so
and
much for having me.
sharing this with us, all of the safety initiatives we have here at Lewis. So thank you for coming, and I look forward to hopefully speaking with you again.
Me too. Thank you.
And we will be right back with more news.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Illinois Department of Transportation announced their plan for the Kennedy Expressway construction project that is to last 3 years and cost $150 million. Beginning the week of March 20th, the plan is broken down into 3 stages for the 3 years of construction. Stage 1 begins this year and will include inbound Kennedy's 2 lanes closed and express lanes will only flow inbound. Then replace and repair the bridge doorings. New concretes will be installed and give the bridge another 25 years to life.
As the war on drugs wages on, new concerns about smuggling contraband into prisons arise. Prisoners are becoming far more clever than ever before and have begun receiving substances such as fentanyl through the mail, but not just traditionally wrapped in envelopes, but on mail surfaces. Inside the jail, detainees will tear the letter or card into pieces and smoke it to get high. According to the sheriff's office, since 2019, there have been 8 confirmed fatal overdoses at the jail, which houses more than 6,000 people.
Monday night at around 5 p.m., Chicago police were dispatched to the 7200 block of South Jefferson Boulevard. When they arrived, officers discovered a dead 58-year-old woman with head injuries. No additional information is known at this time. The investigation is ongoing, and police are asking anyone with information to leave an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com.
A Chicago police officer was shot and killed Wednesday on the city's southwest side. The officer was identified as 32-year-old Andres Vasquez Lasso by the medical examiner's office. Officers were responding to a call of a person chasing a woman down a street with a gun. The officer was shot at around 4:45 p.m. in the 5200 block of South Spalding Avenue in the city's Gage Park neighborhood.
Lewis held a TEDx today in the Philip Lynch Theater as a part of its Arts and Ideas event. 5 speakers were featured, including professors Annie Calhoun and Christy Billups, community activist and writer Kay Bolden, alumni Marissa Martinez, and certified coach and Lewis grad student Eric Alpine. Topics include squishing fear, compelled to bear witness, the secret of aging, first generation changing corporate America, and trading security for true growth.
When we return, we will have our entertainment news.
And later, we will have your weather and sports update.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Chris Rock is set to address the infamous Oscar slapping classic comedian style during a stand-up routine. Netflix confirms he'll talk about it as a part of his special Chris Rock Selective Outrage that comes out this Saturday. Rock tried out some of his response material in January during a performance with Dave Chappelle. He told the audience people want to know if it'll hurt when Will slapped him live on stage during the Oscar ceremony last year. He said the answer was yes, and then joked about how Smith played Muhammad Ali. Smith said he's deeply remorseful that he slapped Rock after the comedian made a joke about his wife.
The sequel to sketch comedy History of the World premiered at the World War II Museum in Los Angeles Monday night. Part 2 of the film comes 40 years after the release of Part 1. The 4-part Hulu series was inspired by funny man Mel Brooks, who directed, starred in, and wrote the 1981 comedic hit. The sequel stars Brooks, who is the film's creator, writer, and narrator. He executive produced the series alongside Nick Kroll, Wanda Sykes, Ike Berhinowitz, David Stassen, Kevin Salter, and Christy Smith. The sketch comedy series will premiere March 6th with 2 episodes, followed by the release of 2 episodes daily until its finale on March 9th.
A very familiar looking orange Dodge Charger crashed on the highway in southern Missouri on Sunday. The General Lee was among hundreds made for the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard. Both people in the car were evaluated and taken to the hospital. There were no word on their conditions or on what caused the one vehicle accident. The local fire department says more than 300 General Lees were built for the TV show, which ran from 1979 to 1985, and another 26 were made for the 2005 movie. Only 17 reportedly survived.
Last year, Adidas dumped Kanye West and his once hugely popular Yeezy clothing and sneaker brand over anti-Semitic remarks. But the controversy has seemingly created high demand for the shoes. Yeezy sneakers currently are among the top 3 sellers on online retailer Impossible Kicks. The CEO says demand has surged 30% since October through November. He says the black and white Yeezy 350s are among the most sought after at resale, priced up to 40% above the shoe's retail value, or up to $400. The boosted sales at resale wouldn't benefit West, who now goes by Ye, because the secondary market represents items that were already purchased.
Reality star and new mom Paris Hilton says fear of childbirth led her to use a surrogate. She opened up about the decision in a new digital issue of the Glamour UK. Hilton and her husband welcomed their first child, a son, via surrogate. Last month, she told the publication that she spoke to fellow reality star Kim Kardashian for advice about IVF and surrogacy. Hilton said she feared childbirth and cited the alleged sexual abuse she said she suffered in a Utah boarding school when she was a teen. She also said she was traumatized after she watched a woman give birth on her reality show, The Simple Life. Up next, we will have your weather forecast.
Then we will have your Lewis Sports Update. Stay with us.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Hi, and now for weather as we take a look at the 7-day forecast. So today has been cloudy with a high of 35 and a low of 32. What a great way to start off spring break, as we will have snow falling tomorrow, Friday, with a high of 36 and low of 28. Saturday and Sunday we will see some sun with highs of 45s and lows of 31s also on Saturday, and on Sunday we will have a high of 43 with a low of 39. Monday will be the hottest day out of the week, although it will be raining with a high of 57 and a low of 33. Now Tuesday and Wednesday, we will see partly cloudy with highs of 40s and lows of 30. Coming up, we will have your Lewis Sports Update.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Lewis University's men's and women's swimming team members Larissa Alves, Nico Jacinto, Kirill Sidorko, and Mariano Sosa were invited to represent Lewis in the NCAA Division II Swimming and Diving Championships. The championships will be held in Indianapolis, Indiana. Jacinto recorded a time of 47.51 seconds for backstroke and 44.08 seconds for freestyle. Sosa and Sidorko both scored highly in the individual medley, with Sidorko recording a time of 3 minutes 53.02 seconds and Sosa achieving a 3 minutes and 53.57 seconds. Alves also qualified for the 400-yard individual medley with a time of 4 minutes 26 seconds 0.29. The championship will take place March 7th through the 11th. Good luck to our swimming Flyers.
The Lewis men's track team placed second in the JLVC Indoor Championship that took place this past Saturday and Sunday in Indianapolis. Flyers scored a total of 140 to the Miners, who scored 158. The top 3 finishers for each event earned all conference. LUTN's very own Patrick Hennessy received all conference, placing third in the 5,000 meter run. Finishing with a time of 14 minutes and 56 seconds, Tyler Toussaint placed first in the 60-meter dash, finishing at 6.84 seconds, and Connor Wagner for the 60-meter hurdle placed first in 8.0 seconds. Congrats to the men's track team.
Last Saturday, the 25th, our Flyers men's tennis team took down Walsh University 4-3 at Five Star Tennis Center. Singles winners for the Flyers included Boris Redcow, Omer Gorgon, Tatenda Mutewa, and Peja Trifunovic. Doubles partners Gorgon and Redcow picked up another win as well. Lewis will be back on the court against Purdue Northwest Thursday, March 2nd, tonight at Homewood Flossmoor Racquet Club at 12:30 p.m.
Woohoo! Congratulations to the women's track team as they placed first in the GLVC Indoor Championship. They scored 195 points to win their 4th straight indoor title. Indianapolis finished second with 122.5 points. The top 3 finishers for each event were named all-conference honorees. Christel Martindale was named GLVC Freshman of the Year, placing first in the 60-meter dash with a time of 7.55 seconds. Tiana Dockery was chosen as a GLVC James R. Spalding Sportsmanship Award honoree. Dana Schwartzing was awarded GLVC Coach of the Year. Lewis is very proud of the women's track team. Keep it up.
Lewis women's softball fell in a tough match 5-3 against UW Parkside on Sunday. The ladies started the game off strong with a 2-0 lead after Jalen Powell and Delaney Garden capitalized off of a Parkside error. The Parkside Rangers would come back in their opening half of the second inning to tie the score. Later in the fourth, however, the Flyers couldn't hold off Parkside after the Rangers scored 3 runs to come back and make it 5-2. Anna Frafjord would score the final run for Lewis, but the score would remain at 5-3. Our Flyers now have a 5-4 record and play their next match on Sunday, March 5th.
And that's it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can also keep up with Lewis University Television Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and by visiting our YouTube channel. I am Samara Martinez.
And I'm Allison Lankwitz. Have a great night.